Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you again. I'm recording this video on Kobe Day. Today we also saw the White Thunder Jordan 4s drop. I grabbed a pair at Finish Line and I want to get into them with y'all. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these White Thunder Jordan 4s. And in honor of Kobe Day, I'm wearing my Gift of Mamba Kobe 4s. I love this pair. They're all black except for that one little signature on the back heel, but I think these things are dope. Let me know if y'all were able to grab anything from Kobe Day. Everything sold out real quick and I took all L's. I know I just said this, but once again, I'm reminded it seems like it is feast or famine when it comes to sneakers. For a while, there was really nothing happening with the Jordan brand. I mean, we had random drops here and there, but just nothing exciting back to back to back. Well, now all of a sudden we got the A Ma Maniére While You Were Sleeping Jordan 3s. We have Kobe Day going on today. We have the White Thunder Jordan 4s. A lot of people sounded like they were going to skip this pair, the White Thunder Jordan 4s. And when I got to my store, I was really surprised at the amount of people that were grabbing up pairs that weren't claimed. I saw at least 6 pairs walk out of my Finish Line while I was there. I think they had 2 pairs of each size. I was able to reserve my pair through the app, but I know if pairs are flying off the shelf in my area, because it's a really, really rural area, it's not like a big city, but if pairs are flying off the shelf here, I think they might be in a lot higher demand than what people were anticipating. I haven't looked at apps or anything like that. Since I had my pair secured, I really didn't follow what happened, but it seems like these might be in a lot higher demand than what everybody thought they were going to be. But it's a great looking pair. I think for back to school, these things are like as good as it gets. But anyhow, we have a standard 4 style box, but it does match the shoes. We've been getting this kind of box for 4s lately. It's kind of got these glossy flakes on the background here. The background is white. On the top, it has that Flight font with a Jumpman in black. The tag reads Air Jordan 4 Retro. The colors are black, white, and black. I got a size 10.5. I always go up a half size on Jordan 4s because if not, they rub the outside of my feet and I can't stand the way that feels. I think these were $220 for retail price, but I had status rewards, so I got some money off of that. And getting right into it, here they are. I think these things look great. I think this black and white is going to be so easy to wear. And the cool thing is we're getting to the end of summertime. It's getting to be fall, so the weather's going to get cooler and everything. You don't necessarily need to have shoes that are like 100% mesh on your feet once we get to the fall time. I think these came at the perfect time of the year. I think kids will be rocking these for back to school, but I also think that adults will have an easy time matching these to outfits. It really reminds me of like an Oreo colorway. And obviously they're calling these the White Thunders, so I guess it goes along with that pack that we saw the original Thunders, and then more recently we saw the Red Thunders. I got like 3 pairs of those Red Thunders looking for a pair that I wanted to keep, and I just didn't keep any of them. If I'm being honest, I didn't care for the shade of red, and every pair that I got my hands on, the quality control was just absolutely horrendous. But that being said, I'm really happy to see that the quality of this pair looks like it came out pretty good. The paint looks really clean. There are a couple little areas where this black kind of synthetic nubuck looks a little bit ashy, but I think it's just from where the shoes like rubbed up against each other in the box. You can see little lines on the toe box, but it's not that noticeable, and I don't even know if the camera will pick it up. I'm just being nitpicky. Overall, I think these things look great. It's not like a premium nubuck upper like materials that we saw on the A Ma Maniére While You Were Sleeping or anything like that. It is pretty synthetic feeling, but I love how dark they are, and I just think overall these things came out really clean. I mentioned the original Thunders, and whenever I said that, this is what I'm talking about. It's a black and yellow shoe. They came out like there was the Lightnings, which was the yellow nubuck pair, but then this was the Thunders, which are mainly black, and you can just see that where this shoe has white, this shoe has yellow. I thought for sure that this one would remain my favorite, and now that I have the white Thunders and I'm looking at them right beside it, I might actually like these more. And for a Pittsburgh fan to be saying that, then that's really telling you something. I just think that these are going to be able to style so effortlessly, and they really did come out clean. I really like the way these look in hand. I'm not really surprised that there was such a high demand for them this morning. Looking at the outsole, it looks like the perimeter of the shoe is pretty much all blacked out. We do have a little white patch here underneath the forefoot, and this is all just different herringbone traction. It's all going different directions, but we have a little white patch up here underneath the forefoot, and then we also have a white Jumpman there at the midfoot, but it's the same traction pattern that we always see on Jordan 4s. I think it looks really cool in just black and white. Then we can see some of that black rubber wraps up to the midsole area on the side, where it is met by a white painted foam. And like I touched on before, this white painted foam looks really nice and clean. There's not a whole bunch of bubbles or brush strokes in it. I think it looks really nice. We can see that white foam surrounds that visible air unit. At first glance, I think QC on this pair looks really good. As we get to the upper of the shoe, like I already said, it is a synthetic nubuck. It doesn't have a real premium feel or anything, but what I like about this is that it'll hold the color, it'll stay really dark black, and I think these things will take a punishment very gracefully. I think they'll age really well, which I also think makes this a great pair for back to school, because it's not going to show a whole bunch of dirt or anything. I just think you can beat these up, they're going to keep on looking really good, and it really gives you a classic style. That synthetic nubuck covers pretty much the entire upper, but we do have these ventilation areas here on the side panels, and that is like a black rubber netting over top of like a white mesh, but you see it on both sides of the shoe, and then we also see that on the base of the tongue. These came with flat black laces already in the shoe and didn't come with any spares, but I think these black laces look really good. At the top of the tongue, you have more of that synthetic nubuck, and you have a black tag with a white Jumpman and that flight font in white. You do have some white accents going up the lacing system. You see them here at the base and then also up here at the top, and that's kind of connected to that black wing. On the heel, we have a black rubber heel tab, and it's got a white Jumpman on there. And the sock liner is black, and so is the insole, and it's got a white Jumpman down on there. So I know I went through that pretty quick. I have to get my son to a birthday party. Let me know what you all think about these. Let me know if you passed on these or if you grabbed a pair. It seems like they may have disappeared pretty quickly, which doesn't really surprise me. The Jordan 4 is one of the most sought after Jordan retros that there are, and I think this pair is going to be really easy to rock, and I also think that they'll take a beating and hide the grime pretty well. Let me know if you all grabbed anything from Kobe Day. Like I said, I struck out on everything. It seemed like everything sold out real quick. The only two pairs that I really was going after was the reverse Grinch 6s as well as the Italian camo 6s. I knew I didn't stand a chance, but anyhow, I hope y'all were able to get some W's. I appreciate you all watching tremendously, and I will catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.